White House says new Air Force One will be out of service for a month for upgrades. The White House press secretary announced that President Trump's new Air Force One, the Boeing luxury jet donated by Qatar, will be taken out of service for about 1 month this fall for additional upgrades and enhancements. Caroline Leavitt said, "The new Air Force One is perfectly safe for the president's travels, but will receive additional upgrades and enhancements in the fall which will take approximately 1 month to complete. During that time, the president will fly on the older Air Force One." She did not specify what upgrades would be made to the plane. The announcement came a day after Mr. Trump himself acknowledged that the jet needed more features, telling reporters it would soon be maxed out. The new aircraft had already flown the president to the NATO summit in Turkey earlier that month, but on the return leg he switched back to the older plane for the leg from Turkey to Britain before reboarding the Qatari-donated jet for the final leg to the United States. According to the reporting, that change was made at the request of the Secret Service, which had raised concerns about the president flying on the new jet given the resumption of hostilities with Iran. The New York Times subsequently reported that the new Air Force One lacks the same defensive countermeasures as the older model, including anti-missile capabilities. This shortfall was cited as the reason behind the Secret Service's unease. The story's publication triggered a leak investigation. Shortly after the article appeared, FBI agents hand-delivered subpoenas to Times reporters to appear before a federal grand jury. The Trump administration also sought the phone records of several Times journalists and their relatives in an effort to identify the confidential sources who had provided information about the plane's security shortcomings. President Trump has long been critical of the aging Air Force One fleet, expressing frustration over the years-long delay in delivering the 2 brand-new jets that the government has commissioned from Boeing. The Qatar-donated aircraft, which is roughly 14 years old, underwent a costly and relatively accelerated preparation process before the president first flew on it earlier this month. Despite its age, the jet has been described as a luxury Boeing model, but its defensive suite does not match that of the incumbent Air Force One. In a post on its X account, the White House referred to the upcoming work as plane maxing, a piece of internet slang meaning to optimize or maximize performance. Tyler Pager, the White House correspondent for the New York Times who covered the story, contributed the reporting that led to these developments. Thanks for listening.